Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another video topic. As I stated last night, I told you I wanted to talk about the real reason why the stores are closing. This particular YouTuber here, his name is Ace's Adventure. He does a lot of dead mall videos and stuff like that. It's another one on here. His name is Retail Archaeology, and they educate you on. It's very educational. I like to watch these videos. Call me weird, but I like to watch these channels when I want to get away from all the YouTube drama in the YouTube streets, all the drama going on. Nobody's talking about anybody. Nobody's gossiping. They're just going through the mall, educating you on why the store is closing. Retail Archaeology, he does a good job of educating you on the history of what when the store opened, and educating you as to why the store is closing and all that. So I like to shop anyway. So I just think it's interesting. It's very interesting to me. So call me weird, but I enjoy watching these videos. But this particular video here, this is Ace's Adventure, and he's basically going through a dead mall. And um, now I don't have the fancy editing equipment right now. Okay. I'm working on getting that. And when I get it, I have to figure out how to work it. So I'm going bootleg right now. So don't make fun of me. So I just want to do something different, change it up a little bit. And I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, check his channel out. This guy is Ace's Adventure. Has a lot of great dead clothes and dead malls and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm showing this video. So the reason why I have it on here, is because I want to tell you guys, educate you guys on the real reasons why the malls and the stores is closing. They want to tell you it's because of online sales. Everybody heard that. They say it's because of online sales. That's what they want you to believe. First of all, yeah, people are shopping online. That's part of the reason. I'm not going to say you know, that's part of the reason. But there's more to the story than that. There's more reasons why these stores are closing. It's not just because of online sales. That's part of the reason. It's because the economy. It's the economy. Now they want you to believe that the economy is booming. It's doing so much better. For who? Who's it doing better for? Who's it booming for? We just had a big tax cut. But that big tax cut benefit the rich. For the first time, it came on the news around tax season, and they said for the first time there was a lot of people that didn't have to pay taxes before had to pay them this year. It was a lot of people that were upset because for the first time they had to pay taxes. Those tax cuts benefit the rich. Okay, they benefit the rich people. They didn't benefit it. If you wasn't rich, you had to drop money. You had to pay. That's they say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know for sure. Amazon don't even pay taxes because you know why? Big major corporations. I talked about this. If you check out my video where I'm talking about corporate welfare, check out the video. I didn't get a lot of hits on it. Where I'm talking about corporate welfare. In that video, I'm stating that big major companies get tax breaks. They get a lot of tax breaks. They can write a lot of stuff off. Okay, a lot of stuff. They after they get done writing a lot of things off and getting all this and that and the other deducted, they wind up not hardly owing nothing. Allegedly, they say Amazon does not pay taxes. Now, if that's not corporate welfare, I don't know what is. Okay. So those tax cuts benefit the rich. They didn't do anything for us. I didn't hardly get anything back. I'm in a whole different tax bracket now because I have two adult children now. Okay. So I'm in another tax bracket. The tax man had to sit me down and explain to me why I wasn't hardly getting any money back this time. Okay. What I got back was a joke, and it was depressing. Okay. So those tax cuts benefited the rich. It didn't do anything for us. So let's get that established right off the bat there. Okay. So as a result, and that and some other factors, the poor are getting poorer. The rich are getting richer. And as I've stated in other videos, housing costs are skyrocketing all over the country. This is the reason why our homeless rates are going up. We have homeless people in every city, small, medium, and large cities. Homeless people all over the country. I've lived in this city here all my life. It was some things that I used to see in major cities that I didn't see in my city. Now I'm starting to see some things in my city that I would see in the major cities. People standing on corners holding up signs, and we got homeless hotels here in my city. There's homeless hotels here where it's a hotel that's 1 or 2 stars that house homeless people because they can't afford to get an apartment. They can't afford to get a house. So they stay in a hotel, which you're still technically homeless. Okay. So that's a whole nother video. I'm going to be doing some videos talking about homelessness and spreading awareness about homelessness, but I'm going to be waiting until I get my software together so I can do it the way I really want to do it. But check out this guy. His name is Invisible. His channel is called Invisible People. Check out that channel. It's called Invisible People. It's a real eye opener. He goes around and he interviews the different homeless people in LA and all over the country. He interviews them and he finds out what their stories are. Everybody, and you will realize that they all have a story. People stereotype homeless people so much, and they think it's because oh they're on drugs or whatever, or no they're lazy. No, everybody got a story. Some of those people got bachelor's, master's degrees. There was one guy you talked to, he was a lawyer. I'm like, why? You figure, okay, how does a lawyer wind up on the street? He got a story. Every people from all different walks of life are homeless. There's homeless people of all different walks of life. His channel is Invisible People. Check him out. It's a real eye opener. It can happen to any one of us. Any one of us can be on the streets. Any one of us can wind up being homeless. So we can't afford to get on a high horse and judge people, because it can literally happen to any one of us. However, that's another video. But as I was saying, I'm not trying to get off track. Housing costs are skyrocketing. Okay. Food costs are going up. And tax people are getting all these rich people are getting all these tax cuts, and so the richer are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. As I've stated in other videos, I've talked about the shrinking middle class. It started in 2008. If you remember, if you go back to 2008, take your mind back to 2008. That's when we had the first big recession. When the gas prices skyrocketed, went up to $4 or $5 a gallon. I know you remember that because I was spending a quarter of my income on gas, and I wasn't making that much money. Okay, the big, a lot of people was losing their jobs. A lot of people was losing their homes, particularly in Detroit. People were just walking away from their homes. As a result, Detroit has a big major population decrease. They went from 2 million people, now it's under 700,000 people in Detroit. People were literally just walking away from their homes. You got miles and miles of abandoned homes in Detroit. Okay. So It's called the shrinking middle class. Middle class going down to low class. At that particular time, there were thousands of people, maybe millions, that never had to get food stamps before, found themselves for the first time in their lives having to apply for food stamps. This is the reason why Obama increased the food stamps at that particular time. Okay. So the middle class is shrinking. Okay. People don't have no money to shop in these malls. That is the problem. They say when you do a monthly budget, people typically do a monthly budget, they budget clothing into their monthly budget. Who does that? I don't do that. Do you guys do that? Let me know in the comment section. I don't do that. I don't budget clothing into my monthly budget because when you living from paycheck to paycheck, you can't afford to go to a mall every week or every 2 weeks to buy clothes and shoes. Okay. You're spending money on gas, trying to keep gas in your vehicle, trying to pay your housing costs, trying to buy this expensive food that keeps going up. Basic living expenses, necessities. Okay. After you get done doing all that, you don't have much left over to go shopping, to do retail therapy. Okay. So, as a result of the shrinking middle class, and then the people are getting poorer and poorer, people don't have no money to shop in these malls. Okay. The rich people, let me tell you something about the rich people. Rich people don't shop in these malls. They don't shop in these malls because they shop in other places. They don't shop in Macy's. Let me tell you the reason why Macy's are closing. Macy's stores are closing all over the country. They closed the one here in my city. They're closing all over the country. They don't consider Macy's high end anymore. Macy's is not high end anymore. Okay? Remember how Macy's used to be really high end? I thought that I couldn't afford to shop when they first put it out there to our dead mall. I thought I couldn't afford to shop in there, so I never went in there. Then I realized they had a lot of great clearance sales. So I said, "Oh, I can't afford to shop in here." And plus, when I got extra money, I could go in and get a designer purse for 30, marked down to $30. That was originally over $100. I bought some $100 sheets that were originally $100 for $20. Macy's have a lot of great clearances. Let's see, showing Macy's right now, I think. Macy's have a lot of great clearances. They don't consider Macy's is not considered high end anymore. Ask the Kardashians, do they shop at Macy's? They'll probably laugh at you. They'll be like, that's Kmart. Macy's is Kmart's to them. Macy's is rich people's Kmart's. Okay. And the problem is that we can't afford. Now Macy's is expensive to me. It's high end to me. But to rich people, it's not high end. And the problem is that middle class, lower class, the shrinking middle class and lower class people can't afford to shop in the store unless they do put things on clearance. Well, the stores lose money when they do that. When they mark things down real low and everything, they lose money. They lose money. And really, you can't really afford to pay. I can't afford to pay $100 for a purse. I've went into Macy's and asked them, when is your next markdown on this item? When are you going to have your next markdown on this item? Oh, I've done that many times. And they'll say, well, yeah, I don't know. And they'll either, if they know, they'll tell you. If they don't, they don't know. I'll wait. I'm patient at times when it comes to stuff like that. And sometimes I'll wait, come back a month later, see if it's marked down some more. And sometimes I'll come back a month later, and if it's marked down another 20% or whatever, okay, now I can afford to buy it. But it benefits me. But if it doesn't benefit them, you know, because they lose money. Okay. So, and the thing is, poor people in the shrinking middle class don't have the money to really shop and pay the regular prices in Macy's. So, and the rich people don't shop there because they don't consider it high end. So, that's the reason why a lot of Macy's stores are closing. And people just don't have the money to shop in these malls. When you get your check, rich people, let me go back to rich people for a minute, talking about rich people. Rich people, when I went to LA, Los Angeles, California, we went to, it's the Dolby Center now. It used to be the Kodiak Center. It's the Dolby Center now. It's a theater where they hold the Grammy Awards, the Oscars, and in that theater, they have like a little mall in there. In that little mall, they have Louis Vuitton, uh, designer stuff where you can go buy Louis Vuitton and Versace and all that. And you go to Beverly Hills, you will find those stores where they got Versace, Louis Vuitton, and places like that. That's where the rich people shop. They have certain areas, places, specific places where they shop. You ain't gonna see a Louis Vuitton store in just your average everyday mall. You're just not gonna see it. These types of malls is not gonna be a Louis Vuitton store. It's not gonna be a Versace store. You're not gonna find them in these malls because you know why? Because they know that they're not gonna get that kind of clientele. They know that you're dealing with middle class and lower class people shopping in these malls. They're not gonna get that kind of traffic. So they put those stores in specific areas where rich people shop. And then rich people don't like to mix with lower class people. I'm just going to keep it 100. They don't like to mix with lower class people. They like to stay with their own kind. They like to shop amongst their own. They like to shop where people like them that got money shop. They don't go to these malls. Kylie Jenner, there's a mall in Los Angeles. It's called Baldwin Hills Mall. I love the mall. It's a nice mall. I went through it the last time I was there. I call it the Black Mall because a lot of black people go there. You'll never see Kylie Jenner in the Baldwin Hills Mall. And there's other malls in Los Angeles that middle class, the lower class people go. You will never see Kylie Jenner. I use Kylie Jenner as an example because she's a billionaire. She's a young lady. She's a billionaire. You're never going to see the Kardashians shopping in those malls because they don't shop there. Rich people shop where the rich people, they got malls and stuff specifically for the rich people. Now we don't go to those places because we don't have the money. See, and the problem with these malls is that because the economy is tanking, is things is getting worse, shrinking middle class, housing costs skyrocketing, food costs going up, people getting their check. That's all they got money for. You barely got enough to pay your housing. You barely got enough to pay your housing expenses, and your food. You barely scraping by to make that. And wages are not going up. I've said this many times in other videos. Wages are not going up. Okay, they're not increasing. But housing costs, and this is the reason why you have the homelessness problem all over the country, the way we have it, and it's getting worse because housing costs. They're building some apartments here in my city, and I might show them if it gives my city away. Oh well, but they have an old bank building that we used to have here years ago. It's one of the tallest buildings here in this city. It sat vacant for many years. They decided to renovate it And now they're turning it into high-end apartments. It's going to be high-end apartments and it's going to be some retail space in there and some restaurants. But guess how much these apartments are? This they're talking about here in my city. This is my city. Okay. These apartments are starting off at $1,400 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. I was talking to the guys down the subway. I I said I can't afford it. It's not in my budget. I can't afford it on my salary. And I think what they want to do is they want to keep I think they want to keep the black people away. I think they want to keep not just black people, but poor people away. They only want a certain class of people in that living in that building because we got some office buildings down there that, we have a government building here, a big government building here. Of course, we all know government where people work for the government make a lot of money. They want those people that's living in the building. They don't want low income people living in the building. They're pricing us out. They set the prices so high so they know you're not going to be able to afford to live there because they don't want you there. Okay, that's a whole nother video. That's here in my city. Okay, the one bedrooms are starting off at. I said, what they think this is? What they think this is? New York and L.A. When I first found out, I said, what they think? What they think this is? This ain't New York. This ain't L.A. But yes, that's how much are the one bedroom apartments in this new building this old bank building that they're renovating, making them into high end apartments. That's what they're going for. One bedrooms are starting off at $1,400. Okay, that's here in my city. So housing costs are skyrocketing. Of course, anywhere that you live downtown in any city, it's gonna be expensive. That's in any city. The problem with this city I live in, they ain't got too much going on downtown. You know, they're getting there, but they're not there. And so that's the problem. See, your housing costs and everything is skyrocketing. Ain't nobody got no money to shop in these malls every week, every 2 weeks. That's the reason why the stores are closing. Now, the reason why your Dollar Generals are popping up all over the place, we got so many of them here in this city, it's ridiculous. Every time you turn around, there's a Dollar General. Now, those stores are popping up all over the place. And the reason why is because that's where people are at. People got money to shop in Dollar General because you go in there and get your basic necessities and things for cheaper than what you would get it at a department store or whatever like that. And it's convenient. It's close to. They put them in the different neighborhoods because where I live, this city I live in, is a lot of residential areas, lots of residential areas. So they put them in the various different residential areas. So, they know you're going to go there and get your soap and your toilet paper and things like that you need for the house. Your necessities that you need for your house, your personal necessities like your soap and, deodorant and things like that. Then if you need to buy yourself your pot or a pan, or you need to buy, they got little stuff like that too, you know, and snacks and things like that. You need to buy yourself a little top or something like that. You can get that up in there too. They got little clothes and things and stuff like that. Very convenient. Mine's is just around the corner. They just built a new one just around the corner. I did a video. I showed you guys. So this is the reason why those stores are doing well. But nobody has the money to shop in these malls anymore. And that's the reason why you have malls like this, dead malls all over the country. The mall in my city is dead. And it's happening all over the country because they want us to believe that the economy is booming. It's not booming. Who is it booming for? The rich folks. It's booming for the rich people. it's not booming for us. It's getting worse for us. Okay. Because I don't know about you guys, but I know the mall here. I haven't. I can't tell you. The last time I went out there was when I did the Sears video where I was talking about Eddie Lambert. That Sears video I did. That was the last time I was out there, and I didn't even go in. Okay, so it's been a minute. Okay, so I don't go there unless they got the bath and body store in there. If I'm going in there, pick up something, and then I look around while I'm there. Of course, it's kind of a dead mall, so other words, I don't go there. Okay, and when people are living paycheck to paycheck, they don't have your clothing is not going to be in your monthly budget. I went months at a time before I even bought a stitch of clothing because you're so busy buying food, you're so busy paying for your shelter expenses, you're so busy putting gas in your car, you're so busy buying necessities for the house. And then when you get done doing all that, there's nothing left over. There ain't no money left over to go to the mall and go shopping. Yeah, I can run out to Walmart and pick up odds and ends and do my little shopping. Well, that's why those stores are surviving. That's why those stores are. Now, Kmart's is a different story. It's a different reason why Kmart's is closing. That's a whole nother video. It's different reasons. Remaining. They're not remaining competitive with their competitors. But that's a whole nother video. So that's. I just wanted to break down to you guys. I want to do something different. Change it up a little bit. I don't have the fancy editing software right now, so I got a cool TV, so this is what I'm working with. Don't make fun of me. But yeah, this is the reason why you see these dead malls and stores closing all over the country. They say, oh, it's because of online. It's not just because of online sales. That's part of the reason. Part of the reason, but it's not the whole reason. People ain't got no money. It's plain and simple. People ain't got no money. People are broke. So it benefits the people to get better paying jobs. When they raise the minimum wage, that's gonna improve the economy because people are gonna have more money to shop in these places. It's gonna help retailers. It'll be a win-win situation. They'll make a profit, make money. You know, you get what you want and what you need. It benefits everybody. Free college education. That's going to benefit everybody. But you can't get them to see that. People going into student loan debt, well, they're too busy paying for their student loans. They don't have money to shop at the mall. Okay? If you got free education, you don't have to worry about that. See? And then people can get more decent paying jobs, more taxpayers. More taxpayers. That okay? Yes, boom. Okay, booming the economy. More money to shop in the stores. Retailers stay open. They make profits. It's a win-win situation. Everybody wins, right? Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to educate you people and let you guys know the real reason why these malls are closing. It's not just because of online sales. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Sound off in the comments section what you guys think. Um, Please, I'll need you to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell. I need you to hit that notification bell. So that it'll show up on every time I do a video. It'll pop up on your phone or whatever, like that. But yeah, check out this guy's channel. His name is called Ace's Adventure. Retail archaeology is also a good channel to watch. Very educational. It's very informative, very educational. He tells you about the history of the company. He tells you the reason why that particular business is closing. It's an epidemic. They got stores closing all over the country, and that's because people just simply don't have any money. It's the economy, the housing costs and everything is people so busy paying for their shelter. So busy paying for your shelter. You ain't got no money to go to the mall. It is what it is. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing a little video talking about the food stamp company getting ready to cut the food stamps again. I'm gonna be doing a little video talking about that, discussing that. So stay tuned. Um, Hanging there with your girl. I got some more interesting video topics coming up. Peace and love. This is Sweet Jean.